Come here then.
Come in. Hello, welcome back.
Hello and welcome back. Not so trucking bad. Let's show them what we've been up to this week.
Episode 22.
Episode 22. Come on then. But you can see once it's shut. I can go through there again. Right guys, so last time you saw us, we were installing our 48 volt system. So let's give you a little look at that now. So as you can see in here, pretty much as we left it, apart from we've got the additional 13mm squared mains cable. That goes into a consumer unit inside the truck, just under the bench seating. Let's go in here. Bit less brighter in here, that's better. So that 13mm squared mains cable goes to the consumer unit, and that's feeding all those two 40 volt sockets. And we've also got a 12 volt fuse board in there, which is fed from the 48 to 12 DC to DC. And we've got a few jobs we need to do. Crawl through door, fitting the sink and the tap, and getting the electric sockets in. So let's get on with that. let's get some hinges chopped in and get it in the frame. Right, let's give her a little trial fit. Have it that way. Is that it? Are we in? We're in. Can't get it open now. That's it. So, I think that pretty cool. Pretty cool. Perfect. Put a little bit of a leading edge on this door here, this side. Basically what that means is, because the door's obviously going in square to the frame, it's catching on this back edge here. But you can see once it's shut, like that, hopefully you can see, we have got clearance. So we just need to chamfer the side of this door off. This edge, just put a slight angle on there, just to lose that square edge, stop it catching. That's pretty good. Right, that is the door in. We'll let that adhesive go off overnight. Give you a quick little demo look. So that's a crawl through. Let that go off, and we'll seal up on the inside tomorrow. But yeah, that looks pretty good. And we'll get our end panels back on now. So we've got a base panel to go on top of the drawers there, and 2 side panels on there. So when they're all on, look pretty cool. We've left space for them. They're only 18mm thick, so I think they come up to about within 10mm at the edge of that. Same that side. And then Johnny's bed's going to sit on there, so the idea is if we do ever want to come through, we'll just push the door, and that should push the bed off if the bed's ever there when we come through. But yeah, looking pretty cool. Right, so we've got his door on now. As you can see, we've got his end panels on, and there's a little base panel. And then what we've done, just fitted a little thumb turn on here. Little thumb turn deadlock. Key that side. Obviously that's in the truck cab. Bit more security that side. And then it means having a thumb turn on this side, it means that we don't have to go around looking for a key. We can just turn it if we want to make a quick getaway. Turn it, and in we get. And then we'll keep a spare key on the truck keys, and then we can open it from that side as well. Now, I wish I had a thermometer, because it's been red hot for the past few weeks. It's red hot today, about 31 degrees. You can really feel the difference on this side of the door compared to this side, and you can also feel the heat coming through from the cab. Although we've got that foil blanket on, the heat's just been unreal. So that is going to work out really well. We're going to put some rubber seals on, because at the minute got a bit of a rattle. So we're going to put some rubber seals on, and that'll help to keep the heat in that side as well. But looking at it, looks pretty well. We're going to cut this bit of worktop down now, get that fitted in, and then that's that area done. Work out well. In there. Oh, beautiful. Right. So that's going to sit there. What we might do is put just some, like, I don't know, some little latches or something underneath the worktop, so as that, mind you, I don't think it needs it. I was going to say, so it holds this in place when we'll want to use it, but personally, I mean, I don't think we need it, to be honest. That's not bad. Right, it's about time we got this sink fitted. And the tap. We've got this tap now. We've chose this antique brass brushed finish mixer tap to match the sockets and the switches and stuff. So I'm just going to check that's in the centre. Metre 85, metre and 80. Well, then bricks are different thicknesses, but yeah, that looks about right. And then on there, metre and 87. Yeah, right. So once we've got this in, we can get everything fixed, because at the minute this worktop's not fixed, this unit isn't fixed to the wall, the washing machine is not fixed, so we can get all this in and fixed, and that's done. So it'll be a nice job out of the way. We've got 2 different traps, not sure which one I'm going to use yet. P-trap, bathroom, a bath P-trap, and we've got a space saving trap. They're both about the same depth, although that one goes higher, back up higher than what that one does. This one's got a little, it's like an access valve, access plate on it, and it's got a non-return valve in there, so that's going to stop any smells coming back up. And the way this one works is that's constantly going to be full of water in that P there, so you won't get any smells coming up through that either. So they're both about the same, it's just really figuring out which one's going to work best. I'm a bit worried about this because I don't know how it's sealed. Is that an access? I don't know. It's got a hinge, it's got a plate, on the outside, and it's got a hinge and a pin. Now, I've tried and I can't get it open, and looking inside, I can't even see a way in. So I was worried about that leaking, but I don't know. Don't know. We'll see. Anyway, so the hole needs to be about 70mm. Right. She's smoking. Right, I've just shortened the bolt on the mixer tap, just because our worktops are only 30mm and it's still about 50-60mm left on it, so that would have hit the washing machine. We ain't got much room down there, so we just shortened it. I'll have that like that. Oh, I need to put the washer on. You always forget something, don't you? Little rubber washer on there. Put that on there. Like that. And that can go through there again. We're going to have to tap that side. That's not going to hit anything there. That can go there. Beautiful. As waste has just arrived. Amazon saved the day. Nice brushed brass antique basin waste to match the tap. So, going to get that in there. Do we use the washer or don't we use the washer? I don't know. See, to me that's just going to gather water in the bottom. I think they're best off without it. Loads of silicone. Right, let's move that out of the way. We're going to put some silicone, clear silicone, sanitary silicone, so it don't go mouldy. In fact, let's take that off first. Get loads of silicone around there so it all squashes out. That's that. Put it in there first. I need a bit more on there actually. Not quite coming around the outsides. Better? Right. And then put it around this side as well. We use the washer on the bottom. Tighten that up. Is that in the middle? Looks like it. So we're going to clean the silicone off now from the plug inside. Beautiful. Right. So now we need to figure out how we do this. That's going on there. Well, I'm going to have to probably catch up with you in a minute and show you this because there isn't much room at the minute. So bear with me. Alright, we've got us wasting. What we've had to do is cut the spout of the waste down so that we can fit the washer underneath still with the trap on. So what we're going to do now is whack some silicone on the base of the sink just to hold it in place, because we haven't got anything to hold it in place, no clips or anything, so the silicone is going to do its job. Make sure we get it right because we'll end up with silicone everywhere. Whew. Should have cleaned that first. Never mind, we are in. So that's that. Where are we looking underneath? Right, that's looking well. I'll get his waste on now with his trap. Now I can measure, get everything set in place. Right, there's mic on. Mic's on. So, apologies, I'm not showing you much of this at the minute because if you see, let me show you inside here. There's crap everywhere and there's not a lot of room for the camera, but sink's on, waste is in, taps on, hot and cold feeds connected up. We have ran, show you in this corner here, we've ran a switch, 12 volt feed in, 12 volt feed out, that's for the water pump. So the water pump's connected up, we're about to switch it on, check for any leaks. Wish me luck. Don't work. Why doesn't it work? Don't know. Do we need water? Let me go and check round the back. Let's have a look. Right, the isolator was off. So there's a lot of movement. That's on. That's half filled. Why is that half filled? So the isolator was off. That's coming out the tank up there. So I think the pump's off now. Let me go and check the pump. Because we've got water going through that side. Now the pump. Ah, right. That's in upside down. Normally, to me, that should be on when it's like that. But that's on. Anyway, we can switch that around. Let's have a look for some leaks, see if we've got any leaks. Pump's filling the pump's filling everything up at the minute. The hot water cylinder needs filling up. That's what it's doing right now. Can't see any signs of an obvious leak just yet. we'll let that do its thing, and then I'll come back to you in a minute. Still taking some time to fill up. We've got the shower and the bathroom sink capped off, so we're hoping they don't shoot off. And we're staying here just in case I need to switch that pump off. But yeah, so far so good. They're all connected up. Washing machine feed is on and that's live, no drips there. So we're just waiting. Waiting for it to stop or waiting for an explosion of water. Oh, starting now. Starting to slow down. Right. So, we are fully pressurised. Let's have a little look in here. Let's move this tablet. Let's have a laugh. So let's go cold first. Just getting rid of the air in the system. Feels weird hearing it run down there. So I've got everything connected up. Right, we can turn that on a bit more now we've got the air out. See how much pressure we've got. Wow, look at that. You can see, that's a nice bit of pressure that. Pump's just kicked in. Turn that off. My brain's going mad listening to all these sounds. Can't work out if there's a leak or it's just pipes. I think it's just pipes. Obviously everything's like out in the open, so that's why we can hear everything. Let's check these tap connections here. They're fine. Let's have a look at the hot water now. Whew. A lot of air in that one. Right, so far so good. I think that's a nice amount of pressure. I mean, we've not obviously done it before, but that is the hot. That's the cold. They're both about the same. Tank's filling up downstairs. Waste tank. Pump's working as it should. Everything seems alright. Right, little idea for the washing machine if it works is to take these bolts out. You can see my head. Can you see them? Yeah, right. I'm going to take these bolts out, probably just at the front, because we'll not get in at the back. But the idea is to take these out, and then what we're going to do is put this angle bracket on here, and then once the angle bracket's on there, we can fix it to either side of the unit there. Stop it from coming out. We still need to fix the unit back as well. I know I'm kind of like, you're talking to my chin, but there's not a lot of room in here at the minute. Right. Yeah, that fits on there. Beautiful. And then we can move that in and out. We'll put one on that side as well. And obviously the idea is just to stop the washing machine coming out. Hopefully. We might put something on the floor as well. Stop the bottom coming out. Right. So, shove that back. We need to get the hose in. I'll put you over there for now. Hopefully you can see us. Right, we're in. We're in. That's the hose. We need to go and put a Jubilee clip on that to stop it coming off. And I need some small screws. I can't move on. Right, let's see if I can get a screw in here. Right, that's one. How's the door looking? Oh, tell you what. Right, now we've got a sink and tap in. We are about to fit these panels here. I've cut these panels, sprayed them the same colour as the units and stuff. And these are going to go underneath the wall cupboards. And then what we can do, I'll show you these. This here, look. These are going to go underneath the wall units, like that, shining down. Nice warm white. With a nice glow all along this side, all up there, all down there. Now we're just using silicone, just in case. I mean, I don't think they ever will, but just in case they have to come back off at any point. It'd be easier trying to get silicone off rather than some adhesive. Right. I knew this one would always be a bit awkward. Try and knock that in. What I'm going to do for simpleness is just score the top of the tiles off. We're just a bit high at the minute, so I'm going to score along the top of the tiles, and then the MDF will slide in. Alright, let's see if that fits in there. So that end go in. Whoa. One up, see if that works. I hadn't even tried it in actually, genuinely. Might work, might not, we'll see. Still a bit tight. Right. ba 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 ba. Dee 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 dee. Dee 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 dee. Right, let's get some LEDs on. Ah. Whew. Probably wake up with a sore back in the morning. That could work. Wow. How's that looking? Oh, ho, ho, wowzers. Right, this is the only cable I've got, 1.5mm. We should be alright. So long as we're not smaller than what's on originally, I think we'll be fine. I want to go from there to there, that's more than enough that. So what I need to do, I'm going to cut that, join that to that, extend that, and then that should work. They're in. Grips on there. Right, moment of truth, does she work? Oh, beautiful. Right, we'll get some mini trunking to hide all that. And now we can stick these on. Apologies for the sound effects. He's I'm in some awkward position. Right, I'll cut that there. And then that's it done, that side. Beautiful. Right, let's switch her on. No, in fact, I'm not going to switch it on. I'm going to make you wait. You're going to clean up and then I'm going to show you from a different angle. See how beautiful it looks. I think we've got enough as well for under here. Still got to get the board on here. But if I can get some more of those little clips and get a feed, I can reuse that. Maybe even enough for the bedroom as well. We'll whack that in there for now.
Wait, what am I saying? Say that again. Sorry, it's been a while since.
Sorry, it's been a while.
Sorry, it's been a while since our last episode.
We have been
Busy.
busy, but not too busy with the truck.
Yeah.
Busy with work,
And
unfortunately.
life.
Life and work getting in the way.
But we have some cool updates. We've done a lot of purchasing things.
Yeah, ideas, brainstorming.
It's been difficult though, because I feel like this last few weeks, because it's come into the fine details of the truck,
Yeah.
we've kind of hit like a mental block with it a bit
Yeah.
on what style we want to go for and what matches. But we've ordered some stuff today.
We've got there.
Yeah.
We've got there in the end. So go and give them a look. Should give them a look.
Yes. Ta-da! We have lights.
We have lights.
We have
Hold on.
water.
Water. As they say in Yorkshire. Water. Not water.
Should I open these a bit?
It's a bit dark, isn't it?
Let's get some light in.
Yeah, but you see, we're setting the mood. We're
Oh,
setting the mood. We've ruined the mood.
Sorry.
You've ruined it. Like, imagine, sat here, L-shaped seat, sat there.
We'll sit on the imaginary seat,
Yeah.
just enjoying.
I mean, we have to shut this again, but
Oh,
like, hold on, let's bring him down. Let's bring him into the lounge. Oh, this door.
Beautiful.
Look at this.
We haven't locked ourselves in, have we?
Yeah. So imagine sitting here. It's yeah, is that on? The lights look a lot whiter than they are in person.
Very warm white in person.
Yeah.
Imagine like...
Got a log burner on here, on the end.
I think we know what log burner we're going for.
Crackling away. We've got a tap. We've got hot water as well. So you can see. Oh. We are at 60 degrees, 25 degrees inside. We haven't had the heating on and we haven't had any windows open, so that's why it's a bit warm. So one thing we have forgot to mention, and you may have noticed them, the switches. So let me flip you around. As you can see, these are just normal domestic switches. They're about £3 or £4 roughly each. And obviously they match the finish on the sockets, which you can see down there. You are quite fine to use normal domestic switches. They will work off 12 volts. They've been brilliant, to be fair. We've got one for the LEDs under the counter, under the wall units. And then what we've got up here is one for the spotlights, because we are going to have a series of spotlights running through the truck just for a bit of extra brightness. You know, if you're cooking like now, it's obviously, it's not too dark, but if you're cooking and stuff, you want to be able to see properly, don't you? So we want to go put some spotlights up here. And we're going to have one down here on the floor. Just give you a little sneak peek of the flooring. But yeah, we're going to have one in the step, little LED light in there. And then we've got this single one here. That's for the water pump. We've done a single one just so we don't get it mixed up with anything else. Before we leave to travel somewhere or whatever, we will always make sure that that pump is switched off. Just in case we have a leak, we don't want the pump to be kicking in and then pumping water through that leak and flooding the truck. There you have it, that's it for this week. We hope you've enjoyed the video. Let us know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to drop us a like and a subscribe if you're new, and we will catch you up on the next one. Cheers guys.